What's your reaction to the Queen's speech?
Well, I think it was a deeply moving speech, actually. I think the fact was it was a message that a lot of people would appreciate and understand. A lot of people have suffered during this year with losses of loved ones. And I think that the Queen, now a widower, spoke very eloquently about the Duke of Edinburgh and what he'd given to society. And I think it was personal too, when she spoke about the twinkle in his eye that she first saw all those years ago. And it was obviously something that she'd thought about a lot before giving this address. And I think she covered all the main areas about the Duke, the fact that he'd contributed so much. And it started with that quote about that people really, really wouldn't appreciate him until he's gone. And now, of course, that is the case, sadly.
Yes, Robert, and you rightfully mentioned that this is the first year without Prince Philip, and it was a very moving speech as you talked about him. I mean, how important was a man to him to the royals?
Well, I mean, he was the patriarch of the family, but more importantly than that, I think that particularly at this time and holiday times when the families used to gather, he was the main driving force of the events at the holidays, both at Sandringham at Christmas when he used to take lead them over lunch, and of course then they used to have the Sandringham shoot. But a lot of these things, of course, in the later part of his life, he couldn't really do. He wasn't as active as he'd like to have been. But they've got great memories of his humour and his just zest for life that he had. And it must be very difficult for Her Majesty, I think. And though she said she's been supported by those messages from around the Commonwealth and the country, and of course her family too, it's a great loss. She's now 95 years old, and frankly aren't that many people around her friends anymore that have been around who are as old as her. And it must be very difficult now that she's lost the stalwart in her life, somebody who'd been married 73 years to.